service provider than we do as a customer. So why is this stuff important? Well, things are changing at a rate of knots. And I don't know about you, but just in the last few years, things have moved on at a rate of knots because of mobility, social, all of that good stuff, and cloud. And actually now we've got stiff competition. So this is what happens on the internet in 60 seconds, which I think now equates to about 5 years between 2000 and 2005. Organizations, they're planning to allow people to bring their devices to work. Now, I know here at home, Bill, I already use my own devices at work. This is legitimate competition. Oh, sorry, we got some timing going on these screens. Legitimate competition for us. We've got things like enterprise collaboration and the death of email, as people calling it. I heard Ian on his last session say turn off email for self-service, and people spend too much time in their inboxes, and it eats into too much management and productivity time. Cloud computing is going to grow, perhaps not at the levels that were first suggested and predicted by some of the organizations, but there's no question. You've got things like Office 365 now, so I can subscribe to that. I can access it pretty much from anywhere. And the service providers who are providing these services, they know how this stuff works. They know what they've got to do. Of course, things go wrong, and we expect things to go wrong from time to time, but they really have some of this nailed. And managed service providers in particular, they're putting together some really convincing information that suggests that business owners should look at outsourcing some of these lower value services that typically an internal IT support function would provide. So, consumers. Again, it amazes me sometimes how quickly we forget what it's like to be a customer when we go into the business and put on our service provider hat. So we buy stuff from Amazon. We book flights, we bank online, we even access to things like government. So if I need to tax my car, if I need to submit my annual return, all of these things I can do online, access my apps. Apps in particular are changing things radically. So here, for example's sake, when I go to the airport, I can book my flight online, I can check in at a kiosk, I can actually check on TripIt to see if it's all on time, I can present my boarding pass on my mobile phone, and when I get off of the other side, I can actually book a taxi. All of this stuff without talking to anyone. Technology has moved from automating the back office into the middle office to automating the front end of the front office where customers interact with that technology. So what's the comparison, home versus office? So if I've got all of this stuff at home, how come I don't have it